right, welcome back to the kitchen table of Silver Surf Wax for Silver Surf Wax Sunday, and I've got an unboxing for you guys today. This is an exciting one for me because I believe I will be completing one of the monster projects. Now, as you might know from watching my videos, I consider a monster project kind of like a monster box, where a monster box is 500 ounces of government-issued silver. But I consider a monster box, a monster project, an ammo can filled with 500 ounces of silver. So whether I have junk silver at $700 face, or I have bars or rounds, if I fill an ammo can with 500 ounces, we call this a monster box, right? Or a monster project. So here we are, let's get into the unboxing. And you know, I'm kind of feeling a little chatty today, so I may want to discuss some of the issues in the news with you, kind of go over some of my thoughts, because I mean, really the goal, the intent, the original purpose of me doing YouTube videos, and I'm a small-time YouTuber, I'm not making any money off of this stuff, or at least the tax filings that I had for my YouTube revenue was under $200 last year. So I'm making zero money for the effort. But I kind of feel that it's when I came onto YouTube, I felt like I would see some videos that I was interested in seeing how people stack, how people do things. And so my intention was, hey, I'm gonna post how I do things. And as a prepper stacker, you know, I do things a little bit differently. I'm not stacking a bunch of poured silver or high numismatic stuff. I'm kind of let's see how I can get into this thing, man. What is my strategy on this one? I barely know how to use a knife, and people have commented on it. I mean, I was a Boy Scout, guys, but danger. All right. So, yeah, so my kind of purpose of doing a YouTube channel was just to show how I stack. I stack what appears to be a little bit just slightly different than other people, but I'm collecting metal. And as a prepper stacker, I'm interested in, you know, in kind of saving and stacking, whether it's a bunch of toilet paper and paper towels, or toothpaste and a variety of goods around the house for an emergency. I ended up having, before the pandemic, I ended up having a bunch of N95 masks, 400 N95 masks, that I mailed out to my friends and family just because I had them and they were in short supply at that time. There were none to be had. And so, you know, sort of the one time that stacking paid dividends, I was able to send stuff out to my family and friends. And so let's see if I have some paperwork here that I can get off camera. And yep. And indeed, this is what I was expecting. So pretty stoked to get this in here, because I'm looking for, hopefully we got 9 silver bars. And as I'm looking through this camera, I'll bring this a little closer here. And these are definitely been rubbed together, but you know what it is? It's silver. It's got a little, their little mark on it. And I've been getting a bunch of these lately, you know, because I'm a cheap mofo, and I'm getting whatever is the cheapest bar they'll send me, you know, some random bar. But these Italian Prezzies seem to be the least expensive of the silver these days. And this should be 9 of them. So with these 9 bars here, that is gonna finish off the stack, the monster box, the monster project. So let's get this out and count it. But how exciting to complete this. I have now completed over a dozen monster projects, and that is a huge goal for me. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. So let's open this. Let's open this ammo can here. We'll take off the lid so to make this a little easier. And what do you say we kind of show this? Oh boy, my camera work, you can see, is not that professional. But I've got a bunch of these Sunshine Mints, right? And in here in this box, I've got a bunch of these little Jersey Mint ones, which are kind of weird looking. You know, even this, doesn't it look like more? But since this is thicker, you know, it just is so weird. These 10-ounce Jersey Mints just don't seem right. I don't know if I like them. They're just the wrong size to me. But I'm probably being silly, you know. But yeah, I can't claim that they're my faves. And I got this JBR here. And what else do I have? Oh my goodness, I got more. So yeah, as a general, you know, concept of the channel, I wanted to show people how I'm stacking, because that's what I came to YouTube for, is to see how other people were stacking, and I found that interesting, and you know, just kind of wanted to contribute to the community a little bit, and be able to add my voice to it. So yeah. I'm not really out here trying to, you know, get 1 million subs. This is obviously just easy, personal channel. I, as you can see up in the corner there, I still haven't even paid for my video editing software. I got the freeware stuff. So hey, go ahead and like and subscribe, because I never end up remembering to promote myself in that manner. So if you like this kind of content, you know, my guerrilla street level YouTube channel, then go ahead and subscribe for more content like this. One of the things I did want to talk about right now, you know, 90% of my content, the stuff I've been posting as videos, has been gold and silver. But as a prepper stacker channel, I still intend to cover other hard money topics and stacking. And one of those is cryptocurrency. And it's really interesting what's been in the news lately. Cryptocurrency has taken a huge hit to its reputation, with one of the major exchanges failing, FTX. If you've heard about it in the news, there has just been the news keeps coming in daily about the incredible fraud and corruption and various shenanigans that have gone on with Sam Bankman-Fried, the owner of FTX, and his Alameda Research business, and his $1 billion loan that he gave himself, and all this nonsense. And so it's given kind of crypto a black eye, and a lot of folks are very, you know, your Peter Schiff is jumping on this, right? They're loving it. We're loving the carnage that's happening in crypto right now. And I would be, as a technology guy, an enthusiast, and a crypto stacker myself, I would be remiss if I didn't just mention some of my thoughts on this, and which I know is not super interesting to the gold and silver community, but I think is pertinent and kind of relevant. And I don't hear this viewpoint enough in the gold and silver community, because what's really interesting here is that the people who got burned by FTX and some of the other exchanges that have failed are doing crypto wrong, right? They are holding their crypto at a third party. They gave their crypto to somebody else to either get yield, or to make a loan, or to just have the ease of use of a third party provider to put their crypto out there. But that is exactly what us gold and silver stackers are kind of against. We hold our own silver and our own gold, right? If it's not in your hands, you don't own it. You don't own a bunch of paper silver ETFs, or maybe you do, but that shouldn't be the majority of your stack or the primary way that you invest. You might have to because of a 401k or whatever. But the point being that if you don't hold it, you don't own it, and you've got a third party, counterparty risk here. And so I can't help but just kind of notice that people are jumping on this, and if when they had their crypto on an exchange, they didn't custody the crypto themselves. And that was what crypto was made to do. Crypto is made for you to hold your own keys, basically your own passwords, not your keys, not your coins. You hold your own crypto keys, you custody it yourself, and nobody can take it away with you. If you lose your keys, it's your fault. If you just like if you were to lose your silver or gold, if you give your gold or silver to somebody else and they don't give it back, well, you made the choice to trust a third party, and that counterparty risk that you inserted into the situation is what happened there. So I feel like it's a bit unfair for the gold and silver community to take pot shots at crypto right now, or the crypto people to be diminishing their enthusiasm or their understanding of crypto because of the bad actions of some third party, that counterparty risk person that they didn't trust their crypto with. That was not what crypto was intended to be, and that is somebody who has been a little too lazy and not done their research to be able to how to custody their own keys. And so I think that's just kind of an interesting point that I wanted to make when it came to this topic. And in general, as stackers, we're about hard money, right? We're about limited supply. We see the government printing a deficit spending, inventing money out of thin air, and what happens? Inflation, right? The devaluing of your currency. You dump more money on the monopoly board, and that everything costs more, right? All the prices of all the houses goes up because you printed more money. So what'd you do? You diluted the currency. The individual unit of currency is worth less. So you have your gold and silver, you have a limited supply. It's hard to get, difficult to achieve, just like crypto. We call that hard money. And, if people mess with the hard money, or they, part of FTX, and one of the things they did is they created their own crypto token, issued it themselves, and then backed another company with it. And so their entire balance sheet was made up of an unlimited supply of a crypto that they fabricated out of thin air. Well, yeah, it's not going to be worth anything, but they put it on their balance sheet as it being worth something. So there was not a limited supply, right? It was an unlimited supply. That's the same thing as fiat. So while a lot of people look at crypto as fiat, when you have a Bitcoin where it is something that is fabricated out of thin air, for sure, it still has a limited supply. And then it has a market. And that is kind of the definition of a hard money, right? And very specifically, even with gold and silver, you can still mine more supply out of the ground. In the history of silver and gold, we know that when they found major silver deposits, market got flooded, and the value of silver, the purchasing power of silver, went down during those times. So we kind of got to be honest with ourselves, I think, with the history of silver, our purpose of stacking, the tenets of hard money, and what that represents, and whether or not we want to save and invest in the things that have a limited supply. There's only a limited supply of beach houses, right? So beach housing is, waterfront housing is going to be the most expensive housing because there's a small amount of supply of it. So they're not making any more of waterfront property, or very little. And that concept that I think as stackers we adhere to, and as cryptocurrency enthusiasts. Now, you don't have to be into crypto. I'm not advocating that you are. I still think we're in cryptos in a crypto winter. We're going possibly down another 50%. But I have a plan. I mean, I'm a believer in some of the cryptos. I like 3. I like Bitcoin, I like Ethereum, and I like one called Hex, which has done really well for me, and I still think is a good coin. You don't have to be into it. That's fine. But I think that these types of assets, they will be undervalued in the near future, or right now. They're low right now. I've got buy orders that I have staggered down. This is the time where people have lost faith in crypto. And what do you do? What do all the billionaires tell you to do? How they all made their wealth? They buy when there's blood in the streets. They buy when they're greedy, when other people are fearful. And there's a lot of fear out there, and I suspect there will be even more fear as for crypto and the stock market and in gold and silver even. There's probably going to be another black swan event, and the precious metals are going to take a dive. And I'm going to be there ready to be greedy when it's the scariest, right? And it's a hard thing to do. It's a hard thing to control your emotions, and it's a difficult mentality to take. But I think that is the sort of the winning mentality, or at least what I'm going with right now, the best I got, and what seems to be the strategy that has been working for me. So that's all I kind of wanted to say, and pretty excited to finish this monster project. I'll start, kind of counting these up in 5s here. Look at this sweet Liberty Bell, Constitution SD bullion bar here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the Sunshine Mint. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 1, 2, 3. Well, let's just do 1, 2, 3, 5. What do we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And my goodness, it just keeps going. So I should get 10 stacks of these. 2, 3, 4, 5. Notice how that stacks up quite a bit higher. These Jersey mints. They still look weird to me, don't they? 3, 4, 5. And 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So pretty exciting there. Let's pull that closer in frame. Look at all that silver, 500 ounces going into the ammo can here. And we're going to complete that monster project, and another one in the books, guys. So I'm pretty stoked. Hopefully you enjoyed that little chat. I've been kind of keeping just this channel to some limited philosophy. Tell me if you like more of that, or if there's other topics you'd like me to cover. But go ahead, like and subscribe. Thanks very much, guys. Catch you on the next one.